welcome back to another video. This video is going to be talking about my strategy, what I've been doing to accumulate Bitcoin and at the same time compound USDT into trades. So I want to go into those two things today. I really want to just get this sort of strategy out there because there are a lot of good YouTubers, very good Bitcoin YouTubers, that don't talk about this at all. Like, they don't mention my strategy in any way, and it feels like I'm kind of, I wouldn't say unique because everyone does leverage trading, right? Well, not everyone, but you do leverage trading when you want to apply risk and get rewarded for it. But I don't see these, I just don't see it. Anyway, I'll get to the point soon. So this is my Twitter, my X, formerly known as Twitter. So I don't really do many YouTube videos, as you are probably aware. I do literally all my crypto stuff now on Twitter, meaning I just post stuff about my opinions, what's going on, funny stuff as well sometimes. So if you want to follow me on there, go ahead. I'll leave a link in the description for it. I even talk about my strategy on there as well, and just how much it's working. Anyway, I'll get into the topic at hand today, which is how to accumulate Bitcoin. And I'll first start off by saying you've probably, if you're watching this, somehow you found this video and you're looking for ways to accumulate Bitcoin, and you've never heard of me before. This might be new to you because there's a lot of good YouTubers that talk about Bitcoin, like I mentioned, that just do, well, they advised sort of the methods of really, I would call it basic, like really basic. So what do I mean by that? So they would say, oh, their title of the video will be how to generate sats, or how to stack sats passively. Sometimes they say passively, which is not really passively. Well, I guess it kind of is, which is a DCA. But there's lots of people where that's not appropriate for them. But sometimes that's not the strategy people can do. You know, DCA a certain amount per week or per month or whatever the case may be. And that's one of their main tips, is to DCA some of their income from their job to Bitcoin, which is a wonderful method of stacking Bitcoin. It's just easy, it's fine, you can do it. But not many people have that disposable income to put into sats, to put into Bitcoin, right? And where I'm going with this is, if you've already got, say, a lump sum of cash, there are other ways to use that money to make more money, right? You can just put that money into Bitcoin and let it sit there and watch the price do its thing over the next however long until you want to sell, right? Or if you want to sell at all. There are other ways to do it where you can use your money to make money, and that's part of investing, right? That's the whole thesis of investing. You're using your money to make more money. You make it a return over the years. But a way to do it, what I do, so my strategy, let me just get my notes. So my strategy I'm going to be talking about today is using leverage trading. And it's not like the silly James Wynn or Crypto Face where they do 20 to 40x leverage and then they complain on Twitter about how they got liquidated and how the market makers are coming after them. But you're doing 40x leverage on a volatile asset. Yes, the market makers hunt you, but you're playing a stupid game anyway by doing that. Anyway, so my trading strategy is 3 to 5x. It's 80% of the time, it's 4x. So 80% of my trades are 4x leverage, which you're thinking to yourself, that's pretty low. And I'm thinking, yes, it is low, because there's not much risk when you're doing 4x leverage when you're in a bull run and you're doing a long trade, right? If you don't know how to do leverage trading, watch a few videos on how to do it, and then maybe apply my strategy, which I'm going to tell you now. So 3 to 5x leverage trading You can go on any of the exchanges. You can go on centralized. You can go on centralized exchanges. You can go on DEXs as well, decentralized exchanges. I'm currently using 4 different exchanges, and that's part of the strategy. That is the core part of the strategy. I have 4 exchanges, two centralized and 2 decentralized. That's not the plan. That wasn't the plan. That just happens to be what I'm doing right now. There's no method behind that madness at all. You can use either or both or only one. So say for example you have $10,000 and you want to spend $10,000 on Bitcoin. You want to just do it. You want to just put your money in Bitcoin. But you want to just, at the same time, you want to find out ways where you can make money from it. So this is where this comes in. So exchange 1, the centralized exchange 1, or DEX 1, out of 4, you would open a trade immediately with a 4x leverage, because you don't know whether the price is going to go up or down in this moment in time. If you want to apply this strategy, that's probably the best way to do it, because there's a 50-50 chance it's going to go either way, right? Up or down. Giving the sentiment and where things are, the market, the overall feel of the financial situation, Trump, Elon, we know what happened yesterday and what's probably going to continue anyway for the next few weeks or more. So yeah, anyway, so you would enter a trade, you would then see where this goes. If you make profit, fine, take profit at, at a percentage you want, which I would recommend probably 1 to 2%, maybe a bit more, when the price moves that way with your leverage. It's an easier way to just continue to snap up profits, and that's the idea. If you want to stack Bitcoin, or you want to roll profits into the next trade to compound to make more money, in a sense, or if the idea is just to stack sats, which is a fantastic goal, then you want to snap up those profits pretty quickly, and then you want to pretty much use those profits from the trade. Say you've made $25 to $50, like 1 to 2% from your trade. You buy Bitcoin with it. You just made money pretty quickly, depending on where the market moves, and you stack sats with it. And you would do that on repeat on the exchange, right? Now, where the other 3 exchanges come in is where you are kind of DCAing your leverage trade. It's kind of like grid botting, but doing it manually, you could say. So the next exchange you would go on, I'll just use this one as an example. It doesn't matter what the exchange is. So this is exchange 2. This is one I'm in a trade on right now. This one, I just closed this one. I'll just give a reason why this one's not open. I closed it because the profit came up. I got in. The whole Elon thing, it came down. I entered the trade way before the Elon thing happened, and then I sold, right, when it gained a bit more profit. I wanted to get out of that one just because we don't know where this is going to go today. It might escalate further, who knows. Anyway, depending when you watch this video, it might not even matter. Anyway, so we're on exchange 2 right now, and for example, exchange 1, the trade is not going very well, and we are down about, say, 3% on Bitcoin. Bitcoin price is down 3%, for example, right? We go on exchange 2. We then open a trade because it's down, but we look at the fundamentals, what's going on in the world. We also look at TA, technical analysis, to figure out a good entry point of support. Now, if you can go really far into your TA, but just if you really want to keep this basic in a bull run, with everything that's going on, people stacking their Bitcoin, treasury companies, all that stuff, then it's going to go up, right? We're in a bull run as well. Good things are happening for Bitcoin. So yeah, if it drops down, say 2-3%, or wherever you feel you want to get in again, then you would get in on another trade on exchange 2. And then if it goes down again on exchange 3 out of 4, you would apply the same thing. You would get into another trade. Now the beauty of this, you'd be thinking to yourself, I'm just burning money. I'm just burning money going on at different exchanges, just throwing my money onto these trades and the price is going down. This is poor advice. Well, it depends how you look at it, because if we know the price is going back up, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think the price was going to go back up. That's the whole idea around this. Now, once the price comes back up, you've made money from exchange 3, and then you take the profits. You then would wait to see if it comes back down again to do that exact same trade. Well, not the exact same, but you do exchange 3 trade again to see if you can make more profit. But if it doesn't and it goes up, then you can make money from exchange 2 and 1, right? And this is how it gets more powerful and more powerful, because you can stack those sats with the profits when the price comes back up, right? Because the price is so volatile. Bitcoin is very, very volatile. Down, up, everywhere you look. You're going to make temporary losses, meaning unrealized losses, and then temporary profits as well. And then it comes back down. It's just the nature of it. And especially since we've reached a new all-time high, we're in this sort of low consolidation phase now until we make a next move. So that's kind of, I don't want to drag this on too long. I think you get the idea. You are getting into trades as the price goes down on multiple exchanges. You can do this with 10 exchanges if you want, 20, just to really capture each profit. There's ways to do it. You can do that if you want. I would find that ridiculously tedious and boring and just a headache to manage. I would recommend no more than 4, because even myself, sometimes I forget I have a trade on one. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got a trade on that one. And then, not that I forgot, but because there's 4, and sometimes I'm in 4 trades, you do kind of forget one's open. It can very occasionally happen. So this is my method to stack sats, not your DCA, your job income per week or per month, because not many people can do that, or sell things around the house. I've seen that option as well. There's only so much things you can sell, right? Before you run out of things to sell. So you really want to find a strategy where you can just snap up profits quickly, swipe some USDT from the markets, buy some sats with it, take the profits, buy the sats, go back into the same sort of trade, or you can compound that USDT instead to make even more in the following trade, and so on. I'm doing a bit of both. I sometimes like to play with more compounding effects to then buy more Bitcoin after, and so forth, but there's so many ways you can do it. I love doing this. I really love doing this, and it's literally one of my primary focuses now in terms of generating money. So I hope this has helped, and do follow me on Twitter if you want the same sort of vibe or the same sort of general crypto talk. I'm 100% now in terms of crypto in Bitcoin, right? I sold all my alts, and what I did was I DCA'd my way down because the price was coming down on alts, in particular Solana. And then when it went back up to like 150 or so, I completely just sold and went into Bitcoin. Just my preference. I believe that Bitcoin is the Bitcoin season. Alts are struggling, especially with Bitcoin dominance. When events like this happen, then Bitcoin dominance is always going to go up. There's always an event, there's always a situation that happens, and dominance just goes back up. People sell their alts, go back into Bitcoin. Just how it is. And it's not just that, it's just the whole purpose of Bitcoin treasuries buying. It's the number one digital gold. It's just, there's so many, I'm not going to go into many more reasons, but there's so many reasons why I'm in Bitcoin instead of alts. So many reasons. Alright, well that's it. I hope you enjoyed, you took something away from this. I did want to keep this under 20 minutes or so, which I think I've done. So, yeah. follow me on Twitter. I might leave some links in the description for these exchanges I'm on, just so you can get started. I'm not in this for referrals at all. I don't care about the money I would make from it. I probably wouldn't make anything from it, 'cause this video will probably get about 5 views. I don't care about the likes, but if you do want to like the video and you like what you've seen and heard, then do give it a thumbs up, because it helps get into the algorithm for other people who want to find different methods to stack Bitcoin, right? I'm not in this for the money in terms of YouTube. I want to share what I know, because not many people are talking about this strategy. This is a very sort of, you could say, unique strategy. All you see is DCA and sell your shit at home. That's all you see, really, when you see how to stack Bitcoin. I don't really see what I've spoken about today much at all. Well, I haven't, and maybe you have. I just haven't. I've just not stumbled upon it. Oh, one final point before I go, I almost forgot, is when you are doing your trades, you just want to do Bitcoin. Don't trade altcoins. They are extremely volatile for the worst reasons possible. They're more likely to go down than up at the moment. So just try and primarily trade BTC. It's just the most... I'm so familiar with how BTC operates right now, like price range wise. I would feel uncomfortable trading Ethereum or Solana or XRP with leverage trading. I would feel uncomfortable. It's just so volatile compared to Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, you know, the profits are generally going to stack. You're going to stack your sats, you're going to stack your USDT, depending on what you want to do. So yeah, just trade BTC 3 to 5x. Multiple exchanges, that's it. Alright, that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.